Hey everybody, welcome to another helmet ballistic test video. I am Mike B and I've got my lovely assistant,
Devin K,
who will be participating in this ballistic test as usual. And today we've got the Austrian M75 steel helmet. So there's a long history of this helmet. Basically it's an Austrian M1 clone, right? They use these from the 50s and they modified the liners and stuff in the 1970s. And that's where you get this from. We don't know what kind of steel this is made out of. Most M1 clones either do really well or decent. So we're going to see today. We've been wanting to do this for a while. Just a disclaimer, we all know that these are not meant to stop direct hits from a round, right? The reason we're doing this is because people, including ourselves, wonder why or how these things will perform up against direct hits. So that's why we're doing it. This one's kind of ratty. It's one that I just kind of chose to sacrifice for the sake of knowledge, and we're going to do that today. So anyway, yeah, we're going to see how this does. We're going to be shooting with pistol rounds, and we'll see where it goes.
Alrighty, so we're going to start off with the 22 long rifle. We're just shooting Winchester Super X 22. So.
And we're at about 10 yards. Yep, nice. Typical.
True. Lots of spalling on the paint and everything.
Yeah, that's all spalling too. It's not like the weird Spanish steel.
Yeah.
On the M42. That's pretty typical. All right, easy. All right, so now we're gonna be doing 32 ACP, 71 grain full metal jacket out of a French ruby pistol, or Spanish if you want to get technical. And we're going to be doing it a little closer for the pistols. We're at about 5-6 yards, so typical combat distance for a pistol.
A nice square hit.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually really good for 32. Typical for a decent performing helmet. But now we're going to get to apparently the round that defeats most helmets that deflect other things.
The 380 man stopper.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so now we're moving on to a 380. This is a 94 grain out of a SIG P230.
That'll work.
I hit above the rim, but look at that. That's a first as well.
But it's not bad actually.
No, that's a square hit still.
Here, we'll put the sunlight on there.
Pulled the rim right off, but didn't separate the rim, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, it's very neat. That's so the 380 did not go through on a weak point.
First one, yeah.
It didn't break it or anything. So this kind of steel, I don't know. Interesting. All right, let's do 9mm next. All right, so now we're doing 9x19mm, 124 grain full metal jacket out of a SIG P210. Ooh, that's not good. Oh,
that's gnarly.
Dent over here.
Ah, yeah.
Not really much. Oh yeah, the liner, it's not breaking apart.
There's a little punch hole, yeah, through the liner and the shell, but most of the liner's intact still.
Well, that's weird. Not unusual, but it's like for this one, because of the way it's been performing so far. Very interesting. All right, let's move on.
Alright, so now we're moving on to a 45 ACP. This is a 230 grain out of a USP 45.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it defeated it though.
Big dent. Liner's still intact on the inside there too.
Is it?
Yeah, all the plastic's still there.
Yeah, it's caved in a little bit. Here, let me get there. It's caved in a little bit right there, as you can see. But yeah, it defeated the 45 ACP, which I wonder why the 9mm popped through. It defeated the rest of these rounds, but the 9mm just went through. Every one of these helmets is so weird. The ones that we've shot, it's like...
Look at all the weird spalling too. It's
Yeah, I know.
Like peeling all the paint up. You can see all the little individual chips where all the little spalls went.
Yeah. Damn. All right, let's keep going. All right, so now we're going to be doing the 7.62 by 25 millimeter Tokarev out of a Yugoslavian M57, 85 grains full metal jacket. Okay, pretty difficult so far. Nice, clean little 30 caliber hole right there. Oh, but
Little dimple there again.
damn, so it didn't go through both layers. Okay. Come on, you fucking... Come on. There we go.
Liner's still doing pretty okay.
Yeah, I got hit. There's a little hole in it with a dent. So, I mean, it definitely would have gone through the person's head and then not hit his buddy, but still, I mean, usually with steel helmets, we've experienced, even with some composite helmets, we've experienced it goes through both layers like a hot knife through butter. Not too shabby, to be honest. All right, now we're gonna wrap it up with 357 Magnum.
Alrighty, so gonna stop the Tokarev. So we're gonna move on to a pretty high energy round, but not a high velocity round. This is the 147 grain 357 out of a Ruger GP100.
Oh, well, it didn't fly off the frickin' stand. Oh yeah, yeah, that's the...
It's one hell of a deformation. So some of the spalling would have went into his head,
But again, there's no,
didn't make any dents or anything on the other side. So
no.
this did really well. For
I mean,
a
that's
steel
actually
helmet.
very typical of a 357 with the,
The energy transfer it
Yep.
has and stuff.
and it's got that same kind of spalling around it.
Yeah, this is good, and the liner's not even fucked on it. Like most of the M1 liners, especially
wanna
the
hold that for a
plastic
sec?
ones, just disintegrate, you know. But this plastic liner held up; it's still all in one piece. And most of the plastic M1s, you know, they
Yeah.
blow up.
Even the fiberglass ones, it's just like they'll break and they'll start falling apart. So
So credit to Austria here. This did pretty good.
not bad. All right, we'll go do our final thoughts. So, in conclusion, the Austrian M75 steel helmet is actually a pretty damn well-made M1 clone. These were exported to several different countries. The shells themselves, some countries would put their own proprietary liners in them, but the shells themselves are pretty much the same. And the metallurgy was very interesting. It performed like a very high-end steel helmet. Would you agree, Devin?
I would agree.
And most M1 clones that we've shot either do mid-range or a lot of them are below. This is very surprising to me, actually. So the liner also worked with the shell like it's supposed to and did not deform that much. I mean, you could actually still wear this thing.
Yeah, it turned out pretty slick. Most of those plastic liners just shatter and disintegrate, even the fiberglass ones. But
There's
like,
not a lot of, like, even here's where the 45 hit. Not a lot of deformation, really.
no, it did really good.
There's more on like a composite helmet with a 45 than there is on this thing. Very interesting. Wow, I'm kind of impressed by this. I actually like this a lot. So yeah, I mean, what are your final thoughts on it?
I think if you got one, it's still better than nothing.
Yeah, this is a lot better than nothing. If you're from Austria or you know a lot about these helmets and you know what kind of metal they use or steel they used for this and how they treated it and everything to make it perform this well, please post that in the comments because I'm really curious, and I know Devin is too, like how, because yeah, this is on par with a lot of composite helmets we've shot.
Has done better than even some composite helmets.
Yeah, so very interesting. Again, Austrian M75, they know how to make helmets, I guess. So anyway, this is awesome. I love after a ballistic test when we're like sitting here afterwards and we're like, it did a lot better than I thought it was going to do. So, and the tote cut through it, but it didn't go through both sides. Big plus. And then the 357 went through, cracked it like it usually does on steel helmets. The 9mm was surprising though.
Yeah, that went right through. That's the cleanest hole other than the toke rev. So
right, and it made about the same size dent as the toke. So that's interesting, but anyway, we always learn from these things, and that's why we do these. You know, and it's made possible by people like you who support myself and Devin on Patreon. These ballistic tests are fairly expensive and time-consuming to make. We love doing them, but there's certain things that, you know, we're going to need a little bit of help. And my current Patreon supporters are awesome, and they've allowed us to be able to come out and do these. So if you want to become a supporter and allow us to do more things like this, you know, we can do eventually like body armor and stuff, ballistic tests like this. The link for my Patreon is in the description. Also, Devin K's channel is going to be in the description as well. He is a nerd like me, but he goes way more in depth on a lot of these helmet videos, the history. With this one, you don't know the metallurgy though.
I don't know the metallurgy on most of them because, to be fair, nobody really does.
that's how I was like, hey, if you do know, like, you know. But anyway, he does a lot of really in-depth historical videos, especially on gear and just history in general. So yeah, I'll put the link to his channel in the description as well. Go subscribe to him. He's awesome. And yeah, so anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Also, on Patreon, $5 a month or more gets you into my Discord server, which is filled with fellow nerds, gear nerds, history nerds, all that stuff. We all just talk about history and stuff a lot, and we exchange a lot of cool information. It's a really good time, so I'd encourage you to do that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you got any questions, or just leave a comment below with what you thought about this, because I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.